Here's my Kickstarter pledge. Let's hit it. All right, game fans, these are the things that we are going to repaint from Fireball Island, the Curse of Vul-Kar from Restoration Games. And what you're going to need is these, obviously, just some black acrylic paint, whatever make you've got. If you can spray them, this will be much quicker. I can't spray because I now live in an apartment and we're not allowed to spray paint. First thing we need to do is paint everything black, so that I'm just using a big brush and literally everything is going to get a coat of black. Make sure that you get in every nook and cranny, and make sure it's smooth because you don't want anything interfering with the way the marbles fall, but it should be fine. I'm going to do that with everything here, including all these bits, and I will speed it up for you so you're not bored out your gourd. I'm off to grab a coffee. That's them undercoated. I'm going to do a couple of coats. I won't run you through it again. It's exactly the same thing. I've got to do underneath these and just do them another coat of black. And then we'll come back, continue on. I should add in, anyone can do this. If this idiot here can do it, you can do it. Easy peasy. And back with a nice coffee. Okay, these were a pain in the neck to paint, so think twice before you decide to do yours, because the soft plastic is not working with this cheap acrylic I've got. I imagine a spray would work better. But this guy, he's looking pretty sweet. And this is what we're gonna do first. So I'm gonna move all these bits out of the way and concentrate on Vul-Kar. So what you're gonna need for this next bit is some gray paint. Now if you don't have gray, just mix some. A little bit of black, a little bit of white. There we go, that's the gray that I want. It's sort of a dark gray. We'll work it up to a lighter gray as we go. And now you want a fluffy brush. I'm gonna go for these ones. So you don't want a thin figure painting brush, you want a fat one because we're gonna dry brush. If you haven't dry brushed before, you clearly haven't seen my tutorials before. Paint on the brush, off the brush, and then across whatever grain we're going for. So start with the teeth. We want him to have a sort of a stony appearance, so that's why I've gone with grey. And as I said, I think earlier, anyone can do this. You can see how easy it is. It's literally back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. On the brush, off the brush, back and forth. And you can see, hopefully, that it starts to bring out whatever crevices are there in a really easy way. Hopefully, speed it up for you so you're not bored. On the brush, off the brush, across. There we go. It's coming along. Sorry for the crappy lighting. You can see it's brought out all of the sort of edges. And if you want to make it crazy, go a little bit lighter grey. It will bring up the edges even more. For now though, I am going to work on the eyes, which we want a sort of a glowing red. Made way too much grey. I'm lighting it up a little bit. I'm putting quite a lot on his eyes and the rims of his eyes, and you'll see why shortly. I was actually thinking of painting the entire board, but I'm not sure how that would go, having looked at the quality of the plastic, so that's a bit sad. Looking forward to that. Flocking it all up and whatnot. Who knows, I might still do it. We shall see. Here we go. Now, if you're worried about the eyes, you could just leave it like that. It looks a lot better than it did anyway, and you could just say you're finished. It's a cool little model. Okay, next up, some red paint. What have we got here? Carmine red. We shall give it a go. And I'm literally just going to paint the eyes red. So you can see where the eyes go, they're indented. Don't worry if you go over, we'll fix it. The older you get, the harder this becomes, my friends. I'm going to paint around where the ramp is on the inside, the very edge of it. I'm going to do a red. You don't need to do this if you don't want to. I just want to do this for my one. You don't have to be neat, but you probably want to be neater than me because I've just gone over one of the teeth. Okay, next up a little bit of yellow or orange. I think we'll go orange first. Cadmium orange, Bob Ross colour. And the orange is going to go inside the eye. You can put yours anywhere you like. Just make sure he's not cross-eyed. Some yellow, cadmium yellow. And we'll wait for that red and orange to dry. And we'll hit it with some yellow. Okay, well we're waiting on this guy drying. We'll do a few of these and see how they turn out. These are going to be super easy. Back to your dry brushing brush. We'll start with these. Same as before. On off. Just do that. And it should start to bring up all of the wood grain. We could probably go a little bit lighter. Ta-da! You can see it's literally just brushing it across. There's no skill involved whatsoever. Just remember to do it lightly. The only skill involved in these ones is doing little bits of rope and things. That's going to require a slightly more steady hand. You can see these. Have everything done. And back to VUL-KAR. And as crazy as it sounds, some red. Now the reason I've done his eyebrows and things with a red tinge is because if his eyes are glowing, then the light would spread. It wouldn't just be his eyes that would be glowing, if you know what I mean. It would spread to whatever was sticking out around those eyes. I'll leave that to dry. Kind of like how it's pulled the paint off there though. He looks kind of evil now, which I guess it could be. Okay, we'll leave him to dry. And we will hit up the other things. So back to the brown colours for these little trees. Just going to do a little mix of the yellow ochre and the burnt umber. Little teeny trees. Little teeny trees. Same as before. Just remember, don't go across. You want to be going up or down. Like I said, any idiot can do this. It's so stupidly easy. And you get quite a nice effect. I'll lighten these up just a smidge with some, well actually even go lighter than that. This is entirely up to you what colours you use. I'm going to use some flesh tone just to give it some sunshine look. Very, very, very lightly. And this thing that I'm painting on, by the way, is a puppy pad that you use to train your dog. And I love using it now because you can paint onto the actual table and then at the end just roll it up. Awesome. There we go, there's our little palm trees, or the trunks of them anyway. You can see how it's left the rings by just doing it up the way. Easy peasy. Same as before. Hopefully the paint won't come off these. These are a pain in the neck to undercoat. These just feel dodgy. These feel like those little cheap plastic soldier sets that you get. You know, the plastic that they're made of. That's what these feel like. Okay, what's the lightest green I've got? What's the worst that can happen? You hash it up, repaint it black and start again, hey? I'm just going to take a couple of coats. How are you feeling? I'll edit this out, it's the exact same thing. I'm going to do them once and then I'm going to do them again. That should hopefully bring them up a little bit. You can see it's clinging to the edges. Definitely need more than one though. There's the palm trees done. Boop, 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 boop. And underneath. I'll take better photos like I always do. Sorry, I haven't got my hoop light out. I had nowhere to plug it in, so that is why my light sucks today. This here, I'm kind of liking those black bits. I don't know whether to carry on or not. Oh, tough decision. What would you do? Would you leave me like this? I might leave it like that for now and call it finished. If you want to continue on, as with all my tutorials, do what you like. If you want a pink VUL-KAR, you do it pink. Just remember, start with a dark base coat and then bring it up lighter. Same with these, dark and then lighter. I will take some pictures because, as I said, my lighting sucks. The only other thing that I need to do is just paint in these little tiny things. I will do that with a really thin brush. I'll probably do them a tan color so they stand out. And that is Fireball Island, the Curse of Vul-Kar repaint tutorial. If you've got any questions, if you feel that I missed anything out, pop them in the comments and I always reply. If you've got a suggestion for some components for board games that you'd like to see me do in an episode of Pimp My Game, again, hit the comments or talk to me over at Facebook or wherever you feel comfortable. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Do loads of board gaming goodness here along with other weird stuff, usually to do with something geek. Thanks for joining me for this repaint. You can see the pictures there that are far better than my on-camera antics. Hopefully you've liked the outcome. I'll catch you next time. Nerfenstein out.